Black Wrestling News, the one and only WWE superstar Kofi Kingston. I'm Tyrone Bowman, and this is Black Wrestling News. So let's get right down to it on tonight. This is part one of the story and journey of the individual by the name of Kofi Kingston. He's been around in WWE for quite some time, but most individuals really don't know that much about him. So let's break it down and let's get right down to it. So who is Kofi Kingston? Kofi Nahaje Sarkodie Mensah was born on the 14th of August of 1981. He is a Ghanaian-born American professional wrestler. He is currently signed to WWE, where he performs on the Raw brand under the ring name Kofi Kingston and is part of the New Day. So how did it all start for Kofi Kingston? Well, let's talk about the genesis. After graduating from Boston College, he decided to pursue a professional wrestling career and began performing on the New England independent circuit as a Jamaican wrestler by the name of Kofi Nahaje Kingston. After signing a developmental deal with WWE in 2006, he shortened his ring name to Kofi Kingston. He debuted in WWE in 2008 using the same Jamaican character as he did on the independent circuit. In late 2009, he stopped being billed from Jamaica and dropped the accent. Although he kept his ring name, he then started being billed from his home country of Ghana. From 2008 to 2013, Kingston became a four-time Intercontinental Champion, a three-time United States Champion, and a one-time World Tag Team Champion with CM Punk. In 2014, he formed the New Day with Big E and Xavier Woods. The trio went on to break the record for the longest tag team championship reign in WWE history, when they held the WWE Raw Tag Team Championship from August 2015 to December 2016, defending the titles under the Freebird rule. We'll find out what that is later. All totaled, Kingston is a 15-time tag team champion in WWE. In April 2019, Kingston defeated Daniel Bryan at WrestleMania 35 to win the WWE Championship, giving him 23 total championships in WWE. He is the first and currently only African-born world champion in WWE history. That's a damn shame. His WWE Championship also made him WWE's 30th Triple Crown Champion and 20th overall Grand Slam Champion, 13th under the current format. With his NXT Tag Team Championship win in 2022, Kingston also became a Tag Team Triple Crown Champion, becoming the only wrestler to have won both the traditional and tag team version of the WWE Triple Crown, as well as having the most overall reigns with a WWE branded Tag Team Championship with 15, with the exception of a few months spent as a villain in 2015 with the New Day. Kingston has been a heroic character for almost the entirety of his WWE career. Kingston has also gotten some distinction through his numerous methods of avoiding elimination during the Royal Rumble. So let's talk about his early life for a few moments. Kofi Nahaje Sarkodie Mensah was born in Kumasi in the Ashanti region of Ghana on August 14th, 1981, to Kwasi and Elizabeth Sarkodie Mensah. He has a brother, Kwame, who is a Twitch streamer under the name of Tempo, with a capital O being at the end, who is a little sister, Nana Akua. He moved with his family to the United States and eventually settled in the greater Boston area, where he graduated from Winchester High School in Winchester, Massachusetts, and then Boston College, majoring in communications. That's my major right there, communications. That's true. I'm a communications major. I have a license from the American, well, I'll talk about that later. So, how did he get his wrestling career started? Well, from 2005 to 2006, it consisted of training and paying his dues. So, Cody Mensah started training in late 2005 and made his official wrestling debut in 2006 for Chaotic Wrestling when he faced Evan Skis on June 4 for the PWF Mayhem Heavyweight Championship in a losing effort. He competed primarily in the New England area, including stints in the then National Wrestling Alliance, New England, where he was briefly a member of Barry's Aces A-List, Millennium Wrestling Federation, also the New England Championship Wrestling, or NECW, the Eastern Wrestling Alliance, and Chaotic Wrestling. Also, he made his debut in the World Wrestling Entertainment, or WWE, through the developmental territories from 2006 until 2007. In September 2006, he signed a developmental contract with World Wrestling Entertainment, known as WWE, and was assigned to Deep South Wrestling. Wow. A Georgia-based developmental federation, he debuted in the new company as Kofi Kingston. In a dark match, lost to Montel Ventavious Porter, or MVP, on September 21. For the rest of 2006 and the beginning of 2007, he appeared in DSW as well as its Kentucky-based sister promotion, Ohio Valley Wrestling, where he was in a tag team dubbed the Commonwealth Connection with Harry Smith. In 2007, under the ring name Kofi Kingston, he had his first exposure to the main WWE roster when he worked dark matches on March 5th and 26th before episodes of Raw and Charlie Haas and Trevor Murdoch, respectively. When he returned to the developmental federations, he shortened his original name to Kofi Kingston and continued to alternate between both ring names throughout his duration there. He also worked live events, defeating Shelton Benjamin on May 5th and Val Venus on May 6th. When the Florida-based developmental territory, known as Florida Championship Wrestling, opened in June, Kingston was relocated there, appearing at their inaugural show on June 26, where he teamed with Eric Perez against Keith Walker and Racklon Stevens in a losing effort. Kingston worked there for most of the remainder of the year. I think I have a photo of his debut. Yep, there he is. It's a nice photo of Kofi Kingston. Check it out. So now let's get back to the actual reading here. I'm going to read one more thing here and then I'm going to leave it for tonight. So from 2005 to 2006. So Cody Mensah started training in late 2005 and made his official debut in 2006 for Chaotic Wrestling. All right? I know I'm going over this again because I want people to get it. When he faced Evan Skis on June 4th for the PFW Mayhem Championship in a losing effort. He competed primarily in the New England area, including stints in National Wrestling Alliance, New England, where he was briefly a member of Barry Aces A-List, Millennium Wrestling Federation, the New England Championship Wrestling, as well as the Eastern Wrestling Alliance. So Kofi paid his dues all over the place. In 2007, Under the ring name Kofi Kingston, he had his first exposure to the main WWE roster, where he worked dark matches on March 5th and 26th before episodes of Raw against Charlie Haas and Trevor Murdoch, respectively. When he returned to the developmental territories, he shortened his original ring name to Kofi Kingston and continued to alternate between both ring names. Throughout his duration there, he also worked live events, defeating Shelton Benjamin on May 5th, Val Venus on May 6th. When the Florida-based developmental territory known as Florida Championship Wrestling opened in June, Kingston was relocated there, appearing at their inaugural show on June 26th, where he teamed with Eric Perez against Keith Walker and Rocklin Stevens in a losing effort. Kingston worked there for most of the remainder of the year. So, from 2008 to 2009, a series of vignettes for Kingston's television debut began airing on the weekly ECW on Sci-Fi television, starting on December 6, 2007. During this introduction phase, his videos, the official website, and commentators noted he would be the first Jamaican to wrestle for WWE, but he does not have any Jamaican ancestry, nor any connections to Jamaica. He is, however, the first African-American performer in WWE history. He debuted on the January 22nd, 2008 ECW as a face with a win over local wrestler David Owens in Charlottesville, Virginia. After wrestling sporadic matches, Kingston was involved in his first major match, a 20-man battle royale during the WrestleMania 24 pre-show, with the winner receiving an ECW championship match, but was eliminated by Mark Henry. Kingston remained undefeated in singles competition in ECW for months and was placed into a feud with Shelton Benjamin at the end of April 2008. After 2 straight losses, Benjamin got a win over Kingston on the May 20 ECW, ending his undefeated streak. On the June 24 edition of ECW, Kingston defeated Benjamin in an Extremes Rules match to end their feud. Wow, that's pretty deep. So let me continue this. On June 25th, 2008, Kingston was drafted to the Raw brand as part of the WWE Supplemental Draft. In his first match as a member of the Raw roster and first championship match in WWE, he defeated Chris Jericho for the Intercontinental Championship at Night of Champions, after Shawn Michaels, whom Jericho was feuding with, attacked Jericho's manager, Lance Cade. The win made him the first African-American-born wrestler to hold a championship in World Wrestling Entertainment. Kingston held the championship until SummerSlam, where he and women's champion Mickie James both lost their championships in an intergender winner-take-all tag team match to Santino Marella and Beth Phoenix. At Unforgiven, he appeared backstage, coming to the aid of then World Heavyweight Champion CM Punk, who had been attacked by Randy Orton, Manu, and the World Tag Team Champions Cody Rhodes, and Ted DiBiase. Soon after coming to his rescue, Kingston and Punk were paired together. More often in an October 27 episode of Raw, the duo won the World Tag Team Championship. He was also involved at Survivor Series in the traditional 10-man elimination tag team match on the side of Team Batista, but was eliminated by Randy Orton. Kingston and Punk lost the World Tag Team Championship to John Morrison and The Miz at a live event on December 13. When asked about his reign with Punk, he stated that, quote, Punk took him under his wing when he didn't have to, and he was always grateful for that friendship, close quote. At No Way Out on February 15, 2009, Kingston was scheduled to compete in the World Heavyweight Championship Elimination Chamber match, but was unable to officially enter the match as he was ambushed by Edge, who took Kingston's place. and eventually won the match. On the March 9 episode of Raw, Kingston defeated Chris Jericho after interference from Ric Flair to earn a spot in the Money in the Bank ladder match at WrestleMania 25. But the match was won by CM Punk. All right, ladies and gentlemen, that's part one of the story of Kofi Kingston. And I'll be back probably in a couple of days with part two of the story of Kofi Kingston, his prominence in WWE. For now, for Black Wrestling News, I'm Tyrone Bowman.